Right, so it's the start of day 3. I just left Baia about 30 minutes ago, but there was a problem. The bridge, there's a bridge that you're supposed to cross. It's the only bridge across one of the river tributaries, and it was closed. So I was scratching my head for a while how to get across the river. But as it turns out, they've built a new bridge a little bit further up, so eventually I found it, but it's not marked on any maps yet. So yeah, so now I'm on this fine gravel track. It's not too bad, it's a bit potholed, heading south towards Mohacs. Should be there in time to have lunch, and then I'll be crossing the Serbian border soon afterwards. I'm going to try and make it to Apetin tonight. If I do that, I'll be well ahead of schedule, and I'll be very pleased with myself. One thing though, the weather forecast is pretty bad. There was a massive thunderstorm last night, so I actually had to wash my tent this morning, and it took a while to dry out, so I was a little bit later starting, but it did give me the opportunity to down some nice coffee, get a decent breakfast. But later today another thunderstorm is forecast, and tomorrow and Saturday in Serbia is forecast to be rain all day. The humidity at the moment is around 80%, and it's mid-30s, so yeah, it's bloody hot. But I'm not complaining. I'm making great pace. I'm enjoying myself. The scenery is like, I wouldn't say the most exciting, but it's pleasant. Anyway, it's nice to be on the road. Well, I've just arrived on the outskirts of Mohacs. I'm doing brilliant time this morning, but I've just missed the ferry, which isn't a big problem. I mean, Mohacs is off the route, but I thought I'd go in there for lunch, but luckily there's a place right here I can eat. I do need to find a pharmacy though, because my nipples are burning like hell. I can now fully appreciate what it must be like to be a breastfeeding mother, and I could do with some Sudocrem and some plasters, but I'll mosey on. I'm nearly at the Serbian border now, so I'll be crossing to Serbia pretty soon. Actually, I do have to take a big detour because we're closer to the Croatian border, and I'm not going into Croatia. I'm going to actively avoid it. Not because I don't like it, but because I want to, you know, get into Serbia as quickly as possible. Take the fastest route down to Sombor and Apetin, where I'll stay the night. Anyway, let's go eat. Right, so I've been on this really nice track for the last 35 odd kilometers, coming up now to the Croatian border. But I'm not going to cross into Croatia. I'm going to swing a left, take a detour around. It's about a 20-kilometer detour, cross into Serbia at a town called Baški Beg. It's pretty hot, and water has become a real precious commodity. So look here, the border guards. Hello. I'm going left into towards Serbia.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Thanks. Have a nice day. Hello.
speak English?
English, yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Could you show me an ID, please?
Sure I can, yeah. No problem. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Have a nice journey.
Yeah, have a nice day.
And sorry for stopping you again.
Oh.
My mate just told in
Oh.
the radio.
No problem. You're doing your job.
Okay.
Have a good one. Bye.
Have a nice journey.
So those border guards were far too nice. So I'm expecting quite a few Czechs going into Serbia because Serbian immigration police are a little bit paranoid. The last time I was in Belgrade, I got into a bit of trouble because I didn't register. And they demand to know where you've stayed the last 3 nights and where you're staying for the next 3 nights. And that can be a little problem because, I don't know, I'm going to be camping. So, look at these guys, they're all hidden around in the trees, it's very funny. Hello. They're the Hungarians, by the way. So, I don't know if they're looking for illegal immigrants. But the last time I was here, there were these private security firms patrolling the countryside. Yeah, that kind of put me off camping wild because they were carrying shotguns and they didn't look very happy. Anyway, that's the Hungarians for you. We'll soon be in Serbia. Alright, well I've passed a few more checkpoints. Again, Hungarian soldiers. Here's one of these anti-immigration units. They are a bit paranoid, huh? Anyway, look, there's more of them up ahead. Don't you think they've better things to do, like fix the roads? Of course, you're not going to say that to them. Hello. I'm beginning to wonder if there are some sniper sights trained on me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But yeah, they're hiding all over the place, these guys. It's funny. Like, you can see approximately who they are because it's Portuguese. Poor guys. Sitting around in the sun. Must be terribly boring. Right, so entering Serbia. Are we done? Okay. Right. Yeah, she gave me a bit of a look over there because I had Serbian stamps on my passport from the last 2 times I was here. And I don't know, I got into a little bit of trouble last time I was in Belgrade because you're supposed to register where you're staying. And I was kind of expecting that they would ask where I'll be staying tonight. And, well, they didn't. But when I was in Belgrade last time, I was staying in a hostel. And these immigration police came in and checked everybody. And I hadn't registered, so they were threatening to fine me and fine the hostel. I managed to talk them out of it. Not a big deal. They're a bit paranoid, as you'll see. I'll take some photographs when we get to Belgrade, you'll see. Very militaristic. You know, buildings covered in huge posters of soldiers marching and stuff, you know. I don't know, kind of a strange mentality, which is quite different from the Serbians I know, who are just the loveliest people you could meet. So, yeah. Well, let's see how we get on. At least we're in Serbia now. Well, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening now, and I'm about 30 kilometers into Serbia. I should be a lot further, but there's been a few delays and diversions. The first was when I met this German guy who's walking to Greece. So he has a big cart and he's been pushing it along. He started in Dresden a few weeks ago. He's made it this far. And I stopped to walk with him for a while. We had a good chat. Really interesting guy. We stopped in for a coffee. And then other people came and stopped and talked to us. There was a German couple and a Spanish couple. Yeah, and we had a good time. And but I had to leave because I was trying to get to Apatin, which was about 35 kilometers, and I wanted to get there before it's dark. There's a campsite there. Anyway, since I'd spent so much time chatting, I thought I'd be clever and take the shortcut to Apatin. So, getting off Eurovelo and avoiding Sombor, I headed down the road about 10 kilometers on this shortcut and came to a bridge which was totally destroyed. I mean, they're rebuilding it or whatever, but essentially there was no bridge to cross. And there I met a French couple and their 2 children who were on a year-long cycle tour of Europe. Quite mad, I think, with the kids cycling on these roads, but they seem to know what they're doing. And a local guy came along and I asked him what the alternatives were, and the only thing we could do was to double back on ourselves and go back on the original route to Sombor, which is what I'm doing now. And the French couple, or the French family, decided that they didn't want to cycle that far tonight, so they stopped off. They're going to camp in a field a few kilometers back. But I'm continuing to Sombor, and there's a campsite about 5 kilometers after, so I have about 20 kilometers to go. And not so bad, because from there it's about 110 kilometers to Novi Sad, and I wanted to be in Novi Sad by Saturday morning at the latest if I want to make Belgrade by Saturday night. So that's very doable. So I'm going to camp up in Sambor, get a good sleep, get some food, get up nice and early and hit the road for Novi Sad. But yeah, what a beautiful evening it's turned out to be. Just perfect cycling weather. Right, so I've just arrived in Sambor and I was looking for a campsite and I came across this. This is called the Long Tour Bicycle Camp, and I was welcomed in by a very, very nice gentleman, Pekka, who's just shown me around. And this is purpose built for cycle tours. Obviously there's nobody here at the moment. I've got the whole place to myself if I wanted, but wow, this is really amazing. So this is where the tents will be pitched. There's a couple of apartments as well. I'm thinking I might just take a bed for the night, but it doesn't matter, either or. But look at this. So there's the toilet block, and then we have, hello kitty, a solar shower right here, and then there's more showers in here, yeah, and there's my bike, and then there's this kind of living area or living room. This is the place, and yeah, well, so it's like a kitchen and, you know, all maps and internet. And Pekka's in there. He's now preparing me a Turkish coffee, and his wife is going to give me some cherry juice. So yeah, I've only been here 5 minutes, but I can already recommend it highly. Cool place.